friends, welcome here. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca, and today I want to give you a little tour around my minimalist low-waste kitchen. So if you're new to this channel, my husband and I moved into this house about 6 weeks ago, and before that we were living and traveling full-time in a Volkswagen bus. And I think after living in such a small space, we've really carried over into this house some of the values of minimalism, really just having what it is that adds value to our life. So a couple of disclaimers as we go into this video. The first is minimalism looks different for everyone. My definition of minimalism is having only the things that make you happy and add value to your life. So that could look very different from person to person. So you might watch this video and be like, you have 8 forks, like that's outrageous, that's not minimalism. But it is to us because we like to have people over, we like to cook for those people, and we like them to eat with forks. 8 forks works for us. And on the other side of the spectrum, you might watch this video and be like, I could never live like that, you don't have enough stuff. So it's just different for everybody. This is what it looks like for us. And similarly, when I share some of our low waste things, we're not perfect at living a zero waste life, and it's just a journey. So you might see things and be like, that's not very zero waste, but we're working on it. We're all doing the best we can. So thank you for watching, and let's get started. All right, so we actually rent this house, and I will say that this kitchen is not designed in a way I necessarily would have designed it. So one of the things that's interesting about it is that there's only 2 drawers. So there's 2 drawers right there, and then the rest are cabinets. And there's a significant amount of cabinet space, as you can probably see, but it's really interesting to only have 2 drawers. So I'll take you through some of the solutions that we have to organize things with only 2 drawers. And I also will say, I'm not gonna go through like the refrigerator or the pantry or anything. This is more just like kitchen stuff, not food stuff. So that cabinet and the fridge, I won't go through because that's where all our food is. All right, so let's start with the countertops. I don't like to have a lot of stuff on the countertops. It just feels really cluttered to me. And especially with this open shelving that's here, I try to just limit the things that we keep out on the counter. So starting over here, these are all of our cooking utensils that we use all the time. There's 2 spatulas, a wooden spoon, and then this like curved spatula. If you watched any of our videos in Asia, you probably saw I bought those spatulas there. And then we have 1 cutting board. This cutting board my dad made for me, and we keep it out on the counter all the time. And then over here, we don't use paper towels. We use these little rags. They're actually called unpaper towels, and they came in this cute little box. So we'll just use these and then throw them in the washing machine and wash them again. This was my grandmother's bowl. It just has some fruit in it right now. And then over here, this is our dish brush. And if you watched my top 10 zero waste products, this was in it. This has a removable head. That's what we wash the dishes with. And then our bamboo soap holder, and the soap actually broke open the other day because we were like rubbing it in the middle, so I just turned it around and put the butts together and just rub it right here now. And then moving up to the shelf up here, this is just a pot scraper, so if like a pot's really dirty or has something caked on, we just scrape it with that little wooden scraper. And then these are some of our most frequently used bulk items. So there's cashews, almonds, nutritional yeast, oats, quinoa, and rice. So we use those all the time. And then down here we have 6 mugs total, which again, you might think that's a lot for a family of 2, but why is this swinging back and forth? Is there a ghost in here? But we like to have people over, make them coffee or tea when they come over. And all these mugs are really special to us. Like these 2 we got in Cambodia. This was a gift from my sister. These 2 were made by a friend of ours. So all of these mugs are very, very special to us. And then moving over to these shelves over here. So this is our reusable coffee filter. It just needs to dry out every day. So after my husband uses it, he just throws it up there to dry. And then down here, these are our plates and bowls. So we have 4 bowls total and 6 plates, 2 big ones and 4 small ones. And we got these originally because they were like really lightweight and good to travel with in the bus and not easily breakable. The downside is that we can't put them in the dishwasher, but that's okay. And then down here we have 3 knives, so 1 smaller knife. And then we have this giant knife that my husband uses. I don't really use it because it's like kind of too big and unwieldy for me. And then this like medium-sized knife. All right, so that's everything that we leave out on the counter like all the time. Like I said, I don't like to have a lot out just because it kind of gets dirty and gets like crumbs and like cooking grossness on it. So I try to limit the amount of things that we keep like out on the counter all the time. Now let me show you inside some of the cabinets. All right, so we'll kind of go left to right here. So starting with this cabinet here, this is where we keep all of the dog food stuff. So at the top, well, that's just extra dish towels. And then on the second shelf are dog treats, and that's what we use to measure out her food. And then at the bottom is her food. So this is one of the areas where we just got the dog 3 weeks ago, and I haven't really been able to figure out like the best low waste dog solution. So like a formula of food that I want to feed my dog, that I can feel good about feeding my dog, that doesn't come in plastic. It all seems to come in plastic. So if anybody out there like has some experience with low waste dog food products, please leave a comment down below and let me know, because I'm a new dog owner and I am still learning. All right, so that's it for that cabinet. And then moving over on the other side of the stove, in these two cabinets is where we keep a lot of like the baking stuff. So like I said, we only have 2 drawers in the whole kitchen. So what we did was buy some of these wire baskets and just put little like felt feet on the bottom of it. So in this top one is where we keep kitchen utensils that we don't use or grab for like every day. So there's an extra coffee filter in the back. There's the sushi roller, a knife sharpener. You get it. And then moving down to the shelves, we have 2 baking trays, so a big one and a small one, and then a little deeper square one. And then here we just have a hand mixer. This was actually my grandmother's, a rolling pin, and a pie plate, and those were both my mom's that she gifted to me. So what I really like about this setup is a lot of times I've stored like cookie sheets and stuff like that vertically this way, and it's always like really annoying and noisy and like a pain in the butt to get them out. So I like storing them flat like this and giving them a little space to breathe, and they're really easy to just like pull in and out when you need to use one. And then moving over to this corner cabinet, this is where we keep all of the pots and pans as well as our blender. So we have 2 of these pots here, and those are the ones we use most often. And then around the back is our enamel cast iron. And then moving down here, we have like a big soup pot in the back. And then this, here, I'll move this so you can see. This pot I really like to use if we're making like a big 1-pot meal, like a curry or something like that. That pot's amazing. And then the Vitamix Blender also lives in here. And we've just organized this in a way that like the things that we grab are easy to grab all the time. So like the blender I use every day, so it's like right in the front. And then these pots we store like kind of like this with the handles out, so we can just open this cabinet and pull this right out. And again, just giving everything space to breathe. When you don't have a lot of pots and pans, they kind of have their own space, so we don't have to like stack them on top of each other or anything like that. So it's really easy to get to them. And then moving over to the right, so this is just below the sink. And I don't know if you're interested in this, but this is just where we keep our trash and recycling. So recycling goes on the left and trash goes on the right. And this is our compostable trash bag. And that's all we keep under the sink, really. And then just moving to the right of the sink, there's 3 cabinets that we use over here. So there's that one above the refrigerator, that one to the left of it, and then this big long one. So I'll start with the big one. This is where we keep all of our jars and food storage. There's spices in here as well as our reusable bags. So I'll just start up at the top. So this is where we keep all of our drinking glasses and things to store food in. So you'll see like some of them have, like this one has a tear weight that I just keep on all the time because I'll bring it to like a bulk section and put food in it. So it's nice to have the tear weight for something like as heavy as a jar like this. And then we also keep our water bottles in here. And then this is a little bamboo box where we just keep all of the lids for any of the jars that we have. And the next shelf down is all of our food storage. So we actually have a few more than this that are in the refrigerator right now, but they're just stacked with the lids behind them, and then a couple smaller food storage jars. And then moving down to spices, I hate this thing. I've had it for a really long time, but I like can't stand it because you can pull it out, and in theory you can put it down like that, but it's not always balanced correctly, and sometimes it doesn't work quite. And it's just like very flimsy plastic. I can't stand it. If you know of a better spice solution than this, I am all ears because I cannot stand that thing. And it's not big enough. We have all these additional spices back here that don't even fit in there. And then we have this little jar. Funny story about this little jar. We bought it, it has a Joshua tree on it, and we bought it on our honeymoon. And now it turns out we live in Joshua Tree, California. And these just have like teeny little serving utensils in them. And then again, we're using those wire baskets. as storage here with the feet on the bottom. So this is where we keep all of our reusable bags and our trash bags. So the big reusable bags are in the front, the smaller ones are in the back, and then those are just our trash bags on the right there. And then the bottom is empty. And then moving up above, so we keep a lot of our coffee stuff here. So that is our little pour over. There's a coffee grinder in the back, and then we have 2 measuring cups here. And then we have 1 colander and 1 like finer strainer here. And then the shelf above that, there's like thermoses up here. Oh, it's really high, I can almost not reach it. There's 2 Stanley thermoses up here. This is like a hot food storage for camping kind of thing. And we have a funnel up there as well. And then we'll move over to the last cabinet above the refrigerator. So in here, I keep cookbooks. So I have just like a cookbook that I acquire my own recipes for and just put in here. And then this Awesome Vegan Soups book. And then we also keep like our bigger serving and mixing bowls up here as well. All right, and then last but not least, I'll take you through the 2 drawers that we have. So on the left-hand side is where we keep some of the cooking utensils we use more often. So we have a slatted spoon, a regular spoon, and those are both my grandmother's. And then a ladle. We have these little chompers, what do you call these? Tongs. And then 3 different sizes of whisks. My husband like really likes to make sauces and things like that, so he's always whisking things. So we have 3 different sizes of whisks in that drawer. Okay, there's one more drawer to go, but disclaimer before I open it. It's where we keep all our silverware, and it's a disaster in there. Because we don't have one of those like divider organizer things, I actually bought one and it didn't fit the drawer because the drawer turns out is shaped kind of like this. So I measured like the top opening of the drawer, but it's smaller at the bottom, so it didn't fit. Whatever, long story to say, here's the drawer of chaos. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's not so bad right now. So we do have like a full set of silverware. So I think there's maybe 8 of each, of like big forks and small forks, and butter knives and big spoons and small spoons, and these like Asian spoons that my husband likes to eat soup with. And then just like random stuff. This is a yerba mate straw and our straw cleaner. These are all serving utensils back here. And then these are chopsticks. So eventually I hope to get like one of the actual drawer organizers, but can you see how this is like kind of curved right here? Like the drawer organizer only fit to like here. It didn't go all the way down, so then the drawer didn't close. All right, that's it for my minimalist low waste kitchen tour. And again, minimalism is different for everybody. These are the things that bring value to us in our kitchen, and yours might be completely different. Same thing with low waste. It's a journey and we are all doing our best. And in some cases, it's about the things that you saw here today, like plastic-free kitchen utensils, things like glass food storage, or like our wooden dish brush. And it's also about the absence of things. So you also didn't see any like plastic wrap or plastic bags or anything that's really single use in the kitchen as well. But again, everybody's on a different spot in their low waste journey, and this is where we are. So thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and do leave a comment, especially if you have any advice on the dog food. I am all ears. Thank you so much for watching. I put out new videos every week, so make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends. Just poking your head up back there. Gypsy, come. Good girl. Look at my hand. Oh, thanks. Thanks. That was a weird up with my voice. I need some water. No.
Good morning. You get a butt rub in the morning because I love you.
Aw, thanks.
You're welcome.